Hey guys, Victe here. Welcome back. Well, wait, I seriously gotta get used to not saying that. Hey guys, MOP Reader here with my first video ever, and today I'm a grimdark. Sorry about this adjusting. I'm gonna be reading a grimdark called Siri Suicide. This was written by Octavia Melody. Big fan. And let's start off with chapter 1. Blood and Cinnamon. The two ponies stood across from each other in a dimly lit, empty studio. A would-be purple-maned fashion, I don't know that word, and her former blue-maned assistant. Siri, please don't go into Snow Alley, Coco begged. Don't go into Snow Alley. What's Snow Alley, Siri asked. I can't tell you, Coco said. Just don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go. Coco's sorrow-filled eyes wept blood as her screams echoed deep into Suri's eyes. I keep on saying Siri. Suri Palomir woke up with a shriek of her own and wiped the cold sweat from her brow. Her nightmares were growing worse. Her nightmares were growing worse each night since she had been forced to move into the ratty little apartment in the bad part of town. The plagiaristic, I don't know how to pronounce that, little stunt she had pulled during Prim Hemline's contest, which had ruined her credibility. And now the only job she could manage was a double shift as a barista Marbucks. I think it's like Starbucks ponies. Suri dragged herself into Marbucks with a splitting headache and put on her green apron and hat. Another grueling day of serving ungrateful customers awaited her. Suri, you're late again, her manager, Daily Grind, barked. You've been dragging all week. Suri, still gotta get used to that shit. Kill me. Suri, fucking shit. Suri desperately wanted to splash a cup of hot coffee in her boss's face, but thought better of it and struggled to put a smile on her face. Sorry, Miss Grind, she managed to say. I've been getting migraines. Get a prescription then, Daly advised. Suri had to remind herself of silver lining that day that Daly couldn't afford to fire her. Compared to every ponytail, she did most of the hoof work in the shop, and she was only the one pulling a double shift. She put more hours in daily. The constant nightmares over the past 2 weeks didn't help matters, though. The dream was always similar, yet different. She was in a dark room staring at some pony else, Coco Pommel, Prim Hemline, Hoity, Rarity, anyone related to her failed rise to stardom. They would always warn her not to go into Snow Alley, but she had lived in Manhattan for years, and as far as she knew, there was no street called Snow Alley. And something horrible would happen, like they would start to cry blood, vomit blood, shed their skin, or grow a second pair of eyes. The worst part was that there was no reason or explanation for it. Suri wasn't taking any medicine, and she didn't watch horror movies. Suri had only made it an hour into her shift when one pony she wanted to see at least of all stepped through the door, Coco Pommel. Suri loathed her former assistant, turned traitor, and the one blessing living in the rough part of Manhattan was not having to see her. Thus, strangely placed hers in the other paragraph. What was she doing here? This was the rundown Marbucks, frequented by Diamond Dog construction workers, not the hoity-toity, pun intended. Marbucks is near the design studios. Coco pranced right up to the register as if she were happy to be there and looked at the menu of the board behind the counter. Should I try the Zap Apple Spice or just get my old standby Cocoa Mocha? She said with a giggle. I think you should leave and never come back, Suri whispered without thinking, but loud enough for Coco could hear it. Siri? Coco asked awkwardly. Is that you? What kind of Starbucks may I take your order? Siri asked, trying to pretend that Coco was just another customer. Miss Palomero, Coco continued, trying to make a conversation. How have you been? It's been months, hasn't it? Not long enough, Siri thought. Just put your order and go. Siri? Yeah, Siri, Coco asked. Aren't you going to say anything? May I take your order, Coco? Siri repeated. Small cocoa mocha to go, I guess, Coco decided. One small cocoa mocha to go, Siri shouted to Cuppa Joe. That's a strange name. Cuppa Joe on the barista duty. No, wait, Coco gasped. Can you make that a zappable spice after all? Make your stupid little mind, Coco, Siri thought. Scratch that. Make a small zappable spice to go, okay? Siri corrected, not connected. Ugh, the computer. Now she's got me saying okay again. Brilliant, Siri groaned inside her mind. Siri had painstakingly trained herself to stop using her verbal tick because she hated how her customers made fun of her for sounding too of pity. Coco's presence brought everything back. Your order will be ready in just a minute, okay? Siri said, trying to swallow her resentment. She's trying to sound like one of them hoity-toity types again, Cuppa Joe said in his gruff lower Manhattan accent, not caring if Siri heard her. I'm better than hoity-toity, you talentless bum. Or at least I could have been, Siri wished to herself. Joe passed a cup of what he thought was Zap Apple Spice to Siri, who passed it to Coco. Coco stirred it long enough to let some of the heat escape. She took a few sips. She instantly started coughing and abject horror weeping blood. This is Sienna Spice, Coco realized. I'm allergic to cinnamon. Cinnamon. My bad, Joe admitted. Gave you the wrong cup. It's a rare condition, Coco explains. Well, it happens with cinnamon, though. It's mostly just irritating, kind of like a nosebleed. What do you know about Snow Alley? Siri demanded. Say something. Siri, you okay? Coco wondered. It was an accident. Maybe I should leave. Siri's scaring away the customers, Joe commented. You were the one who gave her the coffee she was allergic to, you dolt, Siri argued. What's going on? Daisy demanded. Sorry, Miss Grind, Joe conceded. It was an accident. Do you want some jet-sighter type to sue us all out of a job? Daly inquired. Do you? How was I supposed to know she was allergic? Joe asked. Joe, I'll take the register, Daly ordered. I'll help you make orders, Siri. Why don't you take the day off? Miss Grind, please, Siri begged. Don't fire me. I'm not firing you, Siri, Daisy said. I'm actually trying to help you. You say you have headaches, right? Why don't you go home and rest or see a doctor? We'll start back fresh tomorrow. Thank you, Siri said softly, hanging up in her hat and apron, following Coco out the door. I didn't mean to get you in trouble, Coco said Siri once they were both outside. Just don't embarrass me like that again, okay? Sounds like, principal for software. Okay. That's legit what it's saying. M-A-M-K-A-Y. Just keep that in mind. Me mumbling. Siri, do you need a job? Coco asked, blood dripping from her tear ducts. Well, Siri stammered. Hemline blacklisted me. Remember, I wouldn't be allowed to hire you since I'm Miss Hemline's assistant now, but I could put you in a good word with Rarity. And Coco suggested. I'm not working for that 2-bit wannabe upstart, Siri. How dare you say that about Rarity? I already asked Rarity, Siri secretly thought, but she didn't want Coco to know. She couldn't afford to hire any more help. What is Snow Alley? Where is it? Siri asked again, trying to change the subject. Snow Alley, Coco wondered. Never heard of it. You told me about it in my dreams, Siri explained. I keep having these nightmares. They always tell me not to go to Snow Alley. I don't know, Coco said. I used to have these nightmares about changelings attacking Manhattan, but it turns out I just need to change my sleep aid. You take sleeping pills, Siri asked. Do those help? Yeah, I guess, Koga replied. I really need to get back to work. The Mirror Books uptown is closed because the manager's sick, and it'll take me a while to get back. But if you want, we could meet up for lunch or something. I think I'm just gonna get some sleep, okay? Siri said, quickly trotting away. She's still pretty mean, but I feel kind of bad, Koga thought. Mrs. Hemline's decision is final. Well, that was chapter 1 of, what was it called? Suri's suicide. Chapter 2 will come tomorrow, I think. I don't know, it depends if I feel like it. See you on the next one. Bye.